See, I was all up for this Partizan Belgrade game, thinking this was the easy one, but now the media are telling me that we are wild outsiders. I don't like that. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that tracking football manager. Welcome back to Europa FC, and we're going to Belgrade. Or possibly we're at home and they're coming to us. I always forget to check that detail before I start recording. Something involving Partizan Belgrade is about to happen. And then I believe it is... we just did Lynx. It's Man 62, maybe? I could have been more prepared. That's right, yes. We played Lions and beat them 6-0, so it is Lynx. We are going to Belgrade. Yes, we beat Lions 6-0. McGrew with 3 of them, Taraj with 2, and Harry Jones got himself a goal. As you can see, quite a rotated side there. Bradley Bander played in goal. Glenn Morell at left back. Simon Burns got a game. We rotated. And we'll do that again for Lynx. What we're going to do is we're going to do Partizan away and Lynx away, and then we'll do Magpies away and Partizan at home for the next one. And then next week's, next Wednesday's video will be Antwerp and Lincoln. Is that right? No, that's not. Monday's video is full of grace. I don't know what's going on anymore. I put an episode out on a Tuesday. I'm confused. Speaking of which, you might have missed that if you were expecting a video on a Monday. It fell yesterday, Tuesday, as I record, and also as you watch if you're watching it live, and if you're not, keep up. If you did miss it, pop back. That was, spoilers galore all over this page. But we played Antwerp and Lyon in that video. Just don't look at the screen and then go back and... probably should have said that before I... Never mind, it's done. Yes, I could edit it together, but no, I'm not going to. So like I say, Partizan Belgrade away. We've also played some international stuff. I planned to show you the Cyprus game. And then I played the Cyprus game, and then I went, whoops. But never mind. I'm really not very good at this. Yeah, Lithuania away, we beat 3-2. It was more confident than that sounds. We did go 1-0 down. But Williams, a Beckwith pen? No, I don't know why he was on pens. And Nathan Young-Coombs put us 3-1 up. They pulled one back, but never looked particularly good, although Lewis Webb did have a 7.9 performance. Cyprus at home, we did not do so well. We just struggled in general terms. We just struggled. I think there's a fitness issue. A lot of the players obviously still hadn't started their seasons yet. Only our players really were playing fit. So there was a lot of players like, let's say, pick one out at random, Apaya Forson, who was not fit by any stretch. And Malcolm Boxer wasn't fit either, because he doesn't play for us very often. We have Iceland and Lithuania in November. I don't know if I'm going to come back for that or not, because at the minute, it's not great news in that Lithuania somehow managed to pick up a win over Iceland. I don't know how they did that. I couldn't do that, but they did. So, we're in danger of being relegated back to Nations League D, so I might come back for those 2 games, to be fair. But, as always, I am reluctant to bash too many videos out in the same season. I think it's come to the point where I might start skipping the first qualifying round of Europe, because that does tend to be quite a simple game. Like, well, there you go. Maribor wasn't that simple, was it? I don't know. I don't know what to do. But, like I say, I have my concerns over constantly just going through European. Oh, there's 10 months gone by and we'll start the next season. I have my doubts about that. Tell me what you think in the comments. Anyway, Partizan Belgrade. Was there any transfer news? There wasn't, I don't think. I have started trying to hunt down these lads. Yes, I told you last time about this lad and Amar Smith. This Billy Baker is the guy I'd agreed £150,000 signing for. They now won't take 200, which is annoying. But yeah, nothing else has moved. Again, the loan players are out. Some of them have come back for work permit renewals and been rejected. It doesn't surprise me massively because they hadn't started playing for them yet. I'm slightly worried that they're not playing for good enough sides to get a work permit, but honestly, we'll just have to wait and see. If they can turn Gibraltarian, I can play them in a Gibraltar national side, and then they can get work permits, but by then it'll be a bit late for the whole homegrown thing. Although, bouncing around a bit, I did notice that homegrown wasn't an issue when we played Lions. I never came close to it. In fact, I'd forgotten about it when I picked the team. So, I think Stewart being homegrown and Williams being homegrown, not Williams, McGrewer being homegrown has made a big difference. Anyway, this is the side to play Belgrade. Webb is in goal. Kuto, Okio, Jones and Beckwith. Really? Are we sure about Jones? Yes, because Heaton's been massively off form. Yes, Jones. I know. Swiderski and G are the midfield pair. Stewart and McGrewer are the wingers. Reese and Williams are up top. As long as Reese and Mogg aren't involved. That's the side we're going with. Yes, obviously these lads down the bottom here, they're starting to get a bit of fitness. You'll see them in the next game. That's part of the reason why I am making a point of doing a league game. Is because you'll get a chance to see some of these youngsters. Partizan have lost 3 out of 5. Splendid. A reminder of the league table will pop up in a minute. Again, probably should have discussed that. But essentially, a win here should get us 3rd or better. Can we see the league table? No, we cannot. Yes, a win here should get us 3rd or better. I'm going to put that back on scores because I prefer it on scores. But as it stands, this will put us on 5 points if we can beat Partizan. If we can't beat Partizan, we're in a bit of trouble. And we're probably out of Europe altogether. If we can beat Partizan, we've got a realistic punt at 2nd place, I would say. Obviously, Antwerp play Lyon, 3rd score down. Fulham have already scored. Show-offs. Again, I don't know whether what I want is 2nd or 3rd. And that might seem silly. Obviously, going deep in the Europa League is better than going deep in the Conference League. Obvs. But are we going to go deeper in the Conference League than we do in Europa League and by enough, if that makes sense? Williams is through. We'll talk about it after. Oh, he's hit the woodwork, but Reese taps it in. He has been on a massive goal drought, and we are delighted that Reese has scored. He won't really get one that's easier than that. To be fair, the entire move was quite easy. It's 14 minutes in. And if he'd missed that, he probably would never have played for us again. If we're being honest. Anyway, going back a topic. If we can go 1 round into the Europa League, that's fine. You know, if we get past the first knockout round, that would be nice. But if we're not going to get past the first knockout of Europa League, I think I might prefer to go to the Conference League, where we probably would. Because let's be honest, there are some terrifying names in this competition. Inter Milan are in this competition. If we draw them in the first round, bye. And we probably would, someone like that, because we'd draw a group winner because we came 2nd. Mladenovic, fantastic block tackle by Beckwith there. I don't know. Like I say, I mean, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. It could quite easily be that we end up getting spanked and go nowhere. As it stands, we're up to 2nd. Antwerp are losing to Lyon. And we're winning. We have to assume Lyon are going to win every game. So we just ignore them, and it suddenly becomes a 3-team league. Oh, there you go. Lyon are 2 up on Antwerp. The other option is I might have misjudged, and Antwerp are actually the easiest opponent. But we are 1-0 up away in Belgrade. And Belgrade probably isn't the easiest place to go for a lot of reasons. Williams, down the right wing, taking on Mladenovic. Dings out the cross. Magrua's under it, but doesn't win it. Saponic. Ball's floated forward to Nisavic. They're a very itchy team. The best I could do. I was really working on a nice pun. Marinkovic. There we go. Itchy. Never mind. McGrewer spoons them forward to Williams. It's forced to turn away from goal. Stewart. There's 3 in there. McGrewer's one of them. Drives it low to Williams, who tucks it away. Linesman hasn't run off. Slightly scared by that. But it seems to count, and we're 2-0 up. Yeah, we need to have a little look. I mean, obviously, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to try and throw it so we finish 3rd or anything like that. But some of the big teams in this league are very, very big teams. And we haven't got the kind of stadium yet where we can fill it out and take the gate money and be happy with that. But yeah, I mean, look. Manchester United. Wolfsburg. Inter. Scary names. What a 45 minutes that was, you've blown them away. Any changes? Kuto's having a poor game. Magruer's having a poor game. And genuinely struggling to remember Magruer's last good game. Yes, he scored a hat-trick in the league game, but that really doesn't count. I think I'm being silly, aren't I? I think I'm being silly saying I'd take third. Because there's probably more prize money for getting into the Europa League knockouts on its own than there is for going 3 rounds deep in the Conference League. Stewart in front of Reese. Oh, he's still not quite back, is he? Good save by Radonjic. Out for the corner. Stewart to take the corner. Magruer's at the near, and we've gone over him. Back stick, and it's an indirect free kick for handball. What an idiot. Yeah. What a thing to get yourself booked for. Stewart's cross comes in this time, and that one's headed into the keeper's hands. 60th minute. Time to start thinking about changes. Don't know what those changes might be, but I'm going to start thinking about them. Beckwith to Stewart. Lifted in front of Swiderski. That's good. He's at the keeper as well, though. I mean, it's either a very good keeper or our finishing is very poor. We can decide amongst ourselves. We'll pause it for this attacking corner. We'll leave Magruer on purely because it's a corner and you never know what he's going to achieve. There's no game changes, though, is there? I mean, we don't need a game changer. We're winning, but... Right. Williams off. Taraj to right wing. Stewart up top. Let's go with that. That's a change. I've done something. Stewart to take the corner. And that's headed away well. And it'll be a throw-in. Magruer doesn't go in the area for those... Okay. No, that's fine. I mean, we are absolutely slaughtering them, aren't we? 21 shots, 14 on target. Stewart can come off now, have a rest. We'll put Borque on up there. Yeah, I know that shows we've stopped, doesn't it? And we're going to put Olivero on the left back for Kuto, who's also on a booking, and I don't want to lose him. Yes, that's right. Our left back now has a 7 pace. 10 to play. Doesn't look like it's going to matter. Lyon beat Antwerp 3-0. We're 2-0 up on Partizan. It also means that we have lost by the least amount against Lyon as well. Olivero throws into Reese, not down to Magruer. Olivero, Swiderski and Olivero. Ball comes in deep. Taraj is under it and he's headed it against the post. We've hammered them. Absolutely hammered them. And it's now 5-0 Lyon. I'm starting to think second place might be a thing. Genuinely. We've got Partizan again. All we need to do is not to lose by 2 against Partizan. And we'll have the head-to-head against them. We're 2 points ahead of Antwerp. But yeah, let's look at these other teams, shall we? We're going to receive £538,000 for winning it. Stewart, yes, you've had a fantastic game. I don't care about the press. Let's look at the results. There we go. Manchester United, Athletic Bilbao, Wolfsburg, Inter, Roma, even Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, as opposed to the Conference League. Okay, Borussia Dortmund, that's scary. Dinamo Minsk we've already beaten this season. Sassuolo smashed us the other year, didn't they? Valencia. Saint-Etienne. It's definitely an easier set of teams, but there's still plenty that could take us out in the first round. Okay, never mind. We'll just do as well as we can then. Okio was suspended for the next Partizan game. Jake G is suspended for the next part. Of course, Jake G is suspended. That's actually his full name. G is his middle name. His full name is Jake G is suspended. I'll see you at Lynx. So I just got offered an interview by Celta Vigo in the Spanish Premier League. Admittedly bottom of the Spanish Premier League, but still in the Spanish Premier League. La Liga, I should probably say. Shows that we're achieving something if a realistically barely better than part-time team manager is getting touted by Celta Vigo. Now we need to keep doing it. One thing that did occur to me during that little break is, where is the line at which we jump from Europa and go somewhere else? Because remember that Europa are not the objective. Gibraltar are the objective. We need to get more teams into European contention. We're regularly qualifying for some group stage or other with this team. At some point, we're going to need to take the next team and do that again. And that's probably quite soon. Having just gone out and sent all these players on loan in the hopes of getting them, it occurs to me that I probably shouldn't spend too many more seasons here. I mean, I'm assuming I shouldn't get to the point where I'm winning a European competition with this team, because then it will be so unbalanced that you'll never get another team into that. I don't know. In the comments, at what point would you jump to the next team? And also, would you make that next team Lincoln, or would you make it someone else? Stick that in the comments. Meanwhile, we have rotated and then some. Bradley Bander is in goal. Carl Collins, this is he, is at right back. I know. He's determined though, bless him. Heat and Okio in the middle. Glyn Morrell at left back. He thinks he's a centre-half. He's definitely not a centre-half. He can't mark. Toby Wilson is at holding mid. With Simon Burns at centre mid, attacking mid. With McGrew and Stewart on the wings. Williams and Keston Joseph up top. Genuinely might not be enough to beat Lynx, but we'll see. We've still got some strong players in there, and we've got a very strong bench. And actually, we need to make it slightly stronger. I want to play Boxall, but I think I'm probably just going to start him in the next game instead. Because we've got 2 games very close together. Toby Wilson, centre mid, 28 it is, sir. He's actually a proper defensive mid, but I'm never going to play one of those. So, we'll see. I suspect what we're going to do here is draw 0-0. That's my theory. But, I mean, we have got, again, a centre mid with an average age of 19, 17. So 18. The average age of centre mid is 18. Toby Wilson, I don't know where he's come from. I'm assuming I must have signed him. £24,000. Holy smokes. Okay. I don't remember doing that. That's poor. I mean, to be in my defence, it's been quite broken recently in terms of my recording. Like, a week will often go by before a recording session, so it's easy to forget these things. But I looked at him and thought, oh, he's a good youngster. Wait, why is he 19? Now I know. Finlayson with a throw into Hawkins. Barry to Lambert. And Dayal back to Hawkins and Lambert. And it is interesting seeing some of these players, like Dayal, for example, who were getting in the national team, who now wouldn't get in the same postcode as the national team. So it does show how much we have achieved already. I'm assuming that's Rio Dayal. If it's not Rio, then, shows what I know. Burns out wide to McGrew. Taking on Finlayson. I mean, just scares him and makes him run away. Big ball in front of Williams. Lovely. Buries it 1-0. At some point, I am just going to put the under-21 out and just see what happens. But I still haven't got a perfect season yet, and I want a perfect season. Maybe that's the point at which I leave. Maybe I record a perfect season and then I go. Because we'll never do that again. I think we've made Europa big enough that making another team good enough to compete with them is going to be a challenge. Appleyard has committed some kind of grievous offence. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's given away a throw-in. Collins throws into Stewart. Flicks around the corner to Williams. Blasts it just wide of the top. Why? Where? Which? How? Just wide of the top corner. And it always does tend to be. That's not a sentence that makes sense. It does tend to be that once we get a goal, we're fine. Lynx have yet to have a shot. I don't imagine they're going to get a shot, or if they do, it probably won't be very good. And the greens are starting to spread to our match rating. So I think we're fine here. Wilson to take the free kick. Come on, Toby. On your debut, mate. Oh, just wide of the post. And by the way, he's got some stones on him stepping up in front of Russell Stewart. Because Stewart can hit a free kick. Yeah, Stewart is right-footed. I'm doubting myself over footing then. But, Actually, we can't go to the end of this season because we're getting a new stadium. We need to play at least one season in a new stadium. You've been brilliant so far. You're much better than ever. We scored once, to be fair. Hello, attacking free kick for them. Appleyard drives it in. Heaton heads away well. Stewart flicks it on. Williams comes charging back to collect it, and the counter is most definitely on. Back to Wilson. Williams to Stewart. Stewart goes off down the right wing and is suddenly completely unopposed. Keston Joseph's in. Let's swing it into him. Swings it in. It's gone far too deep for everybody. McGruer can have a go to put it back in again. Morel back to McGruer. Takes on Finlayson. Drives it in. Williams is under this one. And Keston Joseph hits it and scores. Keston Joseph. That could be his competitive debut. It's not. And to be fair, I suspect he's played before, and I suspect he scored before, actually. But still, the kids were all right, eh? So good. I mean, Williams heads it down. I feel like it's just a poor head on target, really, but, you know. And Joseph, I mean, he must have played before. He's got a squad number. I didn't do that. They've had a shot, people. They've had a shot. It's a disaster. The season's ruined. Lambert back to Dale. Hawkins. Round the corner for Barry. Heaton again doesn't react. Well won by Collins. Wilson to Joseph. In front of Williams. It's not the best ball, but Williams will go get it. Burns is in the middle. Joseph's in the middle. Stewart bounces it off a defender. McGruer brings it under control. Cuts it back to Joseph, whose shot is blocked, and Finlayson hacks it clear. Collins. Back to Wilson. Lifted forward. I mean, there's an offside in there somewhere, and it looks like it was him. I thought it was Joseph that was off, to be fair. But they could have been more than one off quite easily. They're not the quickest to react coming back, are they? Yeah, it's not good. I know they got out quick, but that's not good. It's a lovely little finish. But it's not good attacking play. Again, he's 17, cut him a break. O'Keefe heads it forward. Hawkins to Robert. Heaton intercepts and lifts one forward. Williams is under this one. Bit of work to do. Decides not to do that work and thinks he's Matt Letitia for just a minute. He's not. 60th minute. Did I bring any children to bring on? I just took Boxall off, didn't I? We probably need to rest some players. Simon Burns looking tired. I'm actually not going to do that. What am I going to do? Only one poor rating on the pitch, and it's Glyn Morrell. That's a shame. Borke on for Williams. Taraj on the right wing for Stewart. And Ronan for Burns. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're doing that. Okay. 26 shots, 13 on target, 2.49 XG, 2.64 XG is going up. We're actually very unlucky to only be 2 up. Chuck some praise out there. Like I say, we have got another game in like 2 days, which is the one which will be the beginning of the next episode. And we will play a similarly rotated side again, I imagine. Gibson's thrown. Wait, are we doing that or are we doing Lincoln? I forget. I'll look in a minute. I'll probably forget to do it anyway. Taraj finds Joseph, who hits one, and it's not great. But I think that'll do. Like, it might only be 2-0, but I don't think goal difference is going to come into effect this year. So, outstretched arms. Delighted with the win. Fine performances all round. Well, nearly all round. And we stay top of the goal difference of +8. Hopkinson, not impressed with Football Manager's conduct. What did I do? I wasn't at all impressed with how the trucking conducted himself before the match. I wish he could just let football do the talking instead of having to resort to all these mind games. The result just makes it all the harder to take, and I have to apologise to the fans because they're the ones who feel it the most. Yeah, but what did I do? I mean, I played, like, 5 under-21s. Bite me. It's a shame to see a fellow professional acting this way, frankly. He needs to stop mouthing off in the press and start worrying about his team. Boop. Referee performance, yeah, wasn't very good. Yeah, McGruer, I wouldn't swap him for Kylian Mbappe. I would. Right, so, coming back, we will be playing... Yeah, we'll do Magpies Partizan, Antwerp Lincoln. Maybe. Or Partizan Antwerp, Lincoln Lyon. No, because I want to play that international game, don't I? When's that? Hold the line, caller. 10th and 13th. Okay. Okay. Partizan in one international game. The other international game in Antwerp. That works. We'll do that. See you Friday. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.